Shannon has always been one of my favorite housewives. One thing I love about Shannon is that she's herself. On the show, we've seen the good, the bad, the real bad. We've seen a lot of her relationships. And one thing that bothers me to no end is Alexis taking off the carcass of John Janssen 6 weeks later. This is all John Janssen because he says, oh, Shannon's life is too public. I'm more of a private person. And every time she's on the show, you picked who you wanted to be with. You have been with Shannon for years now, and you seeked her out. She was already famous. You seeked her out. You were on the show, and now when it got a little too heavy, when people started criticizing you and your drinking, now all of a sudden it's too much. Why would you get with another Real Housewife then? Or former Real Housewife? It's giving Slade. Remember Slade from back in the day who dated 4 or 5 different housewives? It's giving Slade. I never really understood the John Janssen situation, like why because he's as interesting as a blob. He has no personality. I never saw him and I was like, oh, that's such a fun match with Shannon. Like, no. Shannon's downfall is that she centers men in her life. And her world spirals when her relationship is not doing well. She's really good at covering things up in her relationship, but once they start coming out, she spirals and it's really bad, and she uses her unhealthy coping habits to cover them up and to cover herself up. Tamra is such a freaking snake. She's no one's friend. Every season, Tamra comes back and she is the worst version of herself. She will drag anybody down in order for her to stay relevant in Bravo. And that includes her own children. Yeah, I said it. Her own kids are up for grabs. Eddie, her own kids. This girl has no loyalty to anybody. And I'm not saying that what Shannon did was right. I'm not excusing Shannon, so don't start putting that in the comments. I'm not saying that Shannon driving under the influence is okay. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the way that Tamra moves is real disgusting. Like, because you were down to make money. You were down with the 3 amigas. You were down to getting her drunk and you guys going on trips and everything, as long as it was making you money. Now that the stuff came out, you're looking out for number 1, Tamra. This girl is no one's friend. No one's friend. I don't know how people still don't see it. Or maybe they do. Or maybe they don't talk about it enough. Because Tamra drives me up the wall.